What's up, guys? Rizzle Universe out today enjoying this wonderful day. Going on the ride. Now, this feels great. Spring is officially here. But you still know that this weather is unpredictable, so anything can happen. But today is great. I couldn't sit in the house today. Just got my car at the shop, and the weather is kind of cold, so I haven't really been riding my bike. Yeah, I'm recording. So, but today I had to get out. I got out a little bit yesterday, but today I could not let the bike sit in the garage and not come out. So I'm just gonna do a little cruising around town. But I guess I could talk about a topic, I guess. The only thing that comes to mind is the one I've been trying to do for the last couple of days is let you guys know how I got into motorcycles. Now that I'm officially recording. So, how I got into motorcycles. It started a couple of years ago, when I was living in Virginia. A friend of mine, he got a motorcycle, and we went to school since we was in the third grade. I know him that long. So, come to find out, one day I was, surfing the web, and I seen that he got in a motorcycle accident and died. And I was like, wow, I never know he had a motorcycle, because the last time I seen him, he didn't even have a motorcycle or even mentioned it. Mentioned that he was getting one or he had one. So that was a shocker on me, that he passed away in a motorcycle accident. But after that, I was like, man, that's it. I never rode a bike. I rode a couple of scooters and mopeds back then, But I was like, I'm never gonna get a motorcycle, And my cousin, he always had motorcycles, and he took me on rides when I was growing up. So I had a little familiarity with them, but I told myself that I would never get one after he passed away. So eventually I left Virginia and moved to Florida. I took a job down there, and it was a couple guys that I worked with, and they all rode. So one of the guys was saying, yeah, man, you should get you a motorcycle. He said, but don't get you a big bike, get you a little Ninja 250 to start with. And I was like, okay, well, I had to save up some money. And I didn't want to get a brand new one because I knew that, from what they told me, that people they grow out of them. They grow out of those bikes. So, but he said they good starter bikes. So I got a little 250. I seen it was a scooter shop, and I seen that he had this 250 in the garage stored up, and it was a brand new bike, but it was a Japanese Kin Raod. So the bike only had 6 miles on it, and I was like, yeah, I'm getting a brand new bike and nothing wrong with it. But come to find out, it had some sort of electrical problem. So they had the mechanic guy there to wire the bike up, rewired the bike from its original factory settings. And I don't even know who sold that bike over here. But anyway, he had the bike rigged up with the high beams all the way on. They was on all the time. And I rode at night just to see if they worked. And I had cars flashing me with the high beams. I was like, man, this ain't going to work. I can't ride like this. Because, if I decide to ride at night, if I get caught in the dark, get caught at night and it's dark, it's going to be a problem for other people. They got a big high beam in their face. So I had to get that taken care of. So he rewired the bike. So one day I was just riding around town, and, he said, well, come back later on and you'll get your hard tag. I just had the 30-day tags on there. So I was just riding to I was going back to the shop to get my 30-day tags, and I noticed that the seat was getting hot. So, I was at the red light, and I was like, and I looked back, I was seeing all this smoke, And I was like, man, what's this smoke coming from? And I just felt it getting harder and harder. So I ran the light, pulled over into the bank parking lot, and I pulled the seat off. And that's when the battery or the seat burst into flames. And I was like, wow, man, the bike done caught fire. So I took my helmet off, got away from the bike as fast as possible. The people helped me out from the bank. They got a fire extinguisher, put the bike out. I called they called the fire department. The police came out there, did a report and everything. And the owner of the company came back out and picked the bike up, took it back to his shop. So I called my insurance. Good thing I had insurance, by the way. So, if you can, make sure you get insurance on the bike, because you never know what can happen and you won't be out of no money. So good thing I had insurance, or I would have been out of $1,500 because the guy wasn't going to reimburse me. So I had full coverage insurance on the bike, and the insurance took care of it. They gave me my money back, and they had to deal with him. So that was a good thing. I would have been out of $1,500 and a bike. So yeah, that was my second bike. So a couple years passed, and another friend of mine I worked with, he seen a Ninja 250 in the paper, and it only had 3,000 miles on it, so maybe 3,500 miles. So I went and bought that one, and I had that one for a while. And then that's the one I really learned on, really. And I had that one, and I wanted to upgrade to a bigger bike, because I got, like they say, you get tired of them. Or what I really didn't like about that 250, it's a good bike. Some people stay with 250s their whole entire riding career. But what I hated about it is I rode on the interstate sometimes, and the bike was so light that I could feel the wind or the draft from a truck or a lot of cars just pushing me, or like it'll just lift me up and throw me off the road. So I didn't like that. So I wanted to get a bigger bike, and I eventually did. So yeah, but that's how I really got into motorcycles. Ever since then, I've just been a motorcycle fanatic. I'm just motorcycle crazy. But that's pretty much my story, how I got into motorcycles. But everybody has their own way. So if you guys want to share with me your story on how you got into motorcycles, leave it in the comment box. If you want to continue this discussion, leave it in the comment box. So whatever you want to talk about, or if you have any topics that I can talk about, or anything, interact with me. I'm going to interact with my subscribers. So you guys feel free to comment. Just keep it clean. I'm not with that negativity crap. So if you got something negative to say, you can keep that to yourself. Matter of fact, it won't even show up on my channel. So yeah. But anyway, subscribe, guys. Go ahead and like. I got a lot of stuff that I'm gonna work on during the rest of this year. I'm gonna try to do a whole lot more riding and interact with some other vloggers, from different states. So go ahead and subscribe and like. And till the next video, stay safe out on the streets and enjoy riding.